大家好, I'm Martin, and this is Short Stories brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today's short story is a very special one. It's about a group of heroes who have been risking their lives to rescue people for the past 8 years. They have one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, but also the most important. I'm talking about the Syrian Civil Defense, better known as the White Helmets. For those of you who have not been keeping track of the news, there has been a civil war in Syria since 2011, and it has been one of the ugliest and most complicated civil wars in recent history, with multiple factions fighting one another, often with very brutal weapons, such as chlorine gas bombs and mortar attacks. The White Helmets are a group of volunteers who have taken it upon themselves to go to war zones and rescue people from the rubble of exploded buildings, often at great risk to themselves. They are real-life superheroes. But before I tell you about these heroes, I'm going to tell you the vocabulary and the example sentences. And then I'm going to give you 4 listening comprehension questions at the very end. All right, let's get started. Vocabulary. Soul. Soul. There was not a soul in sight when I got there. Rescue. Rescue. Luckily, we were able to rescue the deer that was caught in a hunter's trap. Wounded. Wounded. The wounded soldier was hospitalized for several weeks. Infant. Infant. Those firefighters saved an infant from the apartment fire. Debris. Debris. The rescuers heard a low moan from beneath the debris of the collapsed building. Conflict. Conflict. The 2 countries have been in conflict with each other since the beginning of the century. Subside. Subside. After the laughter subsided, there was an extended silence. Nomination. Nomination. After a fierce competition, Casey won the nomination as candidate for mayor. Garner. Garner. The doctor garnered many awards for his work with the blind. Put or lay something on the line. Put or lay something on the line. Firefighters put their lives on the line every day. Now begins the story. When the bombs go off in Syria, these brave souls are the angels of mercy that rescue the wounded. Digging through cement rubble for hours and finding an infant still alive underneath all the debris is not a job for the weak-hearted. But that's just what the men and women who volunteer for the Syrian Civil Defense have signed up for, rescuing people from areas that are being destroyed by ongoing war and bloodshed. Known as the White Helmets for their ubiquitous headgear, the group is responsible for saving the lives of more than an estimated 60,000 people since the conflict in Syria started in 2011. The Quran says, to save a life is to save all of humanity. So it's no wonder that the White Helmets look upon those words as their motto. Their work has been described as the most dangerous job in the world. Many attacks in Syria are double taps, where an airstrike drops bombs and then planes come back a while later to drop another, often more deadly barrage on the same spot. These attacks wipe out the first responders to the explosion. After the deep rumbling of detonations has subsided, the white helmets go to work trying to rescue the victims of the attack, regardless of their religion, race, or affiliation. It's this dedication to bravery and the sanctity of human life that earned the White Helmets a Nobel Peace Prize nomination for their continued service in the face of such horror. Made up of ordinary people with no military training, like bakers, tailors, teachers, and other Syrian civilians, the 3,000 volunteers of the White Helmets put their lives on the line to save others. They might be the most popular Nobel Prize nominees after garnering support from 133 organizations from around the world. Now begins the questions. Number 1. What does the Syrian Civil Defense do? A. Wear white helmets. B. Both A and D. C. Support ISIS. D. Rescue people. The answer is B. Both A and D. They wear white helmets and they also rescue people. Question 2. How many people have the White Helmets saved since 2011? A. Over 3,000. B. About 2,011. C. Over 60,000. D. Almost 1 million. The answer is C. Over 60,000. That's right. They have saved about over 60,000 people since 2011. That's in 8 years of fighting. Question 3. What is the unofficial motto of the White Helmets? A. Love thy neighbor. B. Make love, not war. C. To save a life is to save all of humanity. D. Save the cheerleader, save the world. The answer is C. To save a life is to save all of humanity. This is a translation of a verse from the Islamic Quran. Question 4. Who serves in the Syrian Civil Defense? A. Soldiers. B. Police officers and firefighters. C. Students. D. Anyone who wants to volunteer. The answer is D. Anyone who wants to volunteer. Nearly all of the people in the organization are, in fact, civilians, although there could be a few police and firefighters in there as well. Okay, that's the end of today's short story. I thought it was really important for you to hear about this story because it's about a real-life problem, the Syrian Civil War, but also it's about real heroes, people that you can look up to and show you that even normal everyday people can be brave and do something heroic. And that's an important lesson for everybody. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.